too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. This is just. It's not terrible because there are worse cartoons out there.
Right, for sure. I mean, we could be reviewing fucking Velma. You know what I mean? So like it could be way worse than this.
I'm sorry, would you rather be stuck in traffic or stuck in traffic on a public bus? Which one would you rather?
Right? Yeah, it's kind of what it comes down to. Yeah, definitely I'd rather be stuck in traffic in my own car. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, fuck the public traffic because you never know who's gonna like try to cop a feel or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
On that public transit. That shit's fucking. You never know.
That's why you carry around something heavy, and it's like, I'm sorry, I have to put this in between us. Sorry, seats taken.
Seats taken with this giant metal briefcase I've got that's filled with bricks, and I'll beat your fucking head in with it if you try to come too close to me. Yeah. It's been pretty funny. Yeah, it's been pretty funny, and you know, it's one of those. It's so funny. I don't know what we've been doing at the beginning of these streams, but we've been getting like the yellow mark of sadness on these one, and I think that's absolutely hilarious. I love it. I think it's so funny over on YouTube.
It's probably because of my mouth, because I curse too much.
I doubt it's probably that, but I think what it is, there's something changed in the algorithm over there on YouTube. So like we're getting some weird things going on right now and stuff like that. So who fucking knows? They get weird. I think I reviewed. I did. No, I think I got it reviewed, and I think we were okay, if I remember correctly. I just had to manual review it.
One other thing I do want to point out, just kind of like how bad shading doesn't work well with you. Look at Nick Fury's Nick Fury. No, sorry. Papa Flag.
Yeah, Papa Flag. There you go.
Look at Papa Flag's arm. It looks like he's lost his arm just because of how they decided to shade his left arm.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh
yeah. It kind of looks like that.
And he looks like the weird tag-on character that shouldn't be there. So
right. Well, that's normally how that ends up going.
Oh, actually, where's the fish lady?
I think I cut her off. She's probably either behind me or behind you.
Right.
So I can't remember, but yeah, no, she ended up getting cut out of some portion of this somewhere.
Also, for who we think is going to be the next origin story we get to see, I was just laughing that we actually
did. The title of the episode's Iron Pot. The title of the episode's Iron Pot. But go ahead, Sunker. Yeah.
It could be the Fish Girl or Blight. Or if they were like, we want to let you know who Frankenstein is, so maybe you feel a little bit more sorry for him. It's like, and it's just, I was absolutely 100% joking when I started off last watch along with like, ready for the Weasel origin. I'm like, there's no way they will give us the Weasel origin. No way at all, because they would just be so stupid.
Well, and you know what's funny too? That it's like it still ended up being like the best. Let's just go ahead and get started. I'll do the intro real quick, and we'll give you Az's rant because fuck them, why not? I don't care if we get the yellow mark or sadness. They can kiss my ass. The Az rant's great, and it's a wonderful intro to this show. So, boys and girls, welcome to another wonderful edition of Creature Commandos. So let's get fucking started.
There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off. Fuck that. Bethesda. There is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Twat Waffle. That's all you fucking are. Twat Waffle. Fuck off. Fucking gender ambiguity. Fucking current day Californian shit. Cause that's all we fucking know. Cause we're boring. We're so fucking boring. You're boring. You're fucking dull. You have nothing to say. Fuck your immersion. Guess what? Fucking pronouns. You take everything we love and you just can't help. Shovel your bullshit fucking crap ideology into everything. Every single solitary
Like, I don't give a shit if that's what gets us the yellow mark of sadness. That is worth it every single time. How the hell are we doing tonight, boys and girls? This is Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things right through a common sense lens. And welcome to another wonderful edition of our Creature Commandos review with my wonderful co-host Sunker Maiden. Yes, boys and girls, we are trudging our way. We are suffering together with James Gunn's ridiculous mind screwball of like 2 weeks writing that he put into this show. And trust me, boys and girls, we can fucking tell. The first 3 episodes were quite rough, to say the least. Surprisingly enough, the last episode wasn't that bad. So we'll see how things go this week, like we talked about in the little preview beforehand, the foreplay that we were having in the beginning of the stream out there. The Iron Pot is the name of the episode. This is episode 5. I believe there's only 8 episodes in this season. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong out there in the chat. But that's what I believe where we're at. So we should be okay with all of that kind of stuff. And so it should be a good time. We're going through all of that kind of stuff. So hopefully this new episode of tonight will be good. We got like 3 episodes left, and then hopefully I can keep Sunker around for Thursday nights. And since I've made her suffer through this, the plan is to give her something really good after this as a reward for suffering through all this bullshit. And that will be Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Since I'm playing the game again, I'm having a blast with it. I think Sunker's going to absolutely love it. I will have no excuse whatsoever not to. I love rewatching it over and over again. So it's one of those things I have no problem watching this again. And she hasn't seen it. And I think there's probably some people out in the chat haven't seen it. And those that have will probably have no problem watching it again. So that's probably what we'll do after we're done with that, as a nice little palate cleanser before we have to get into something else that's horrible afterwards. So that's what we're going to get up to. But by the way, speaking of wonderful things that we have to get up to, Sunker Maiden, my dear, what are you up to this evening? How have you been? How was your day?
Hello, I've had a wonderful day, actually, just doing nothing. Like, this is the first vacation day I took just strictly for vacation, not because I wouldn't be able to wake up on time. And I just laid around and did nothing, and it was glorious. But other than that, I've been pretty okay. I've had a really good Christmas. You too? How's your Christmas, sir?
There we go. Mine was pretty good. It was good. We had a day yesterday. I got up early. We did breakfast and all of that kind of stuff. And then I cooked breakfast, and then we did presents with the kids and had a bunch of fun with all of that kind of stuff. And then we got dinner, and then of course I didn't realize my ham was going to take 2 hours, and it ended up taking 2 hours. So I put it in a little later. So of course dinner didn't get started till late, but we ended up having a good time. Dinner was good, and then we ended up watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation last night, and then Frosty the Snowman afterwards.
Aww.
So yeah, it was a good time. But yeah, so we had fun with all of that. It was a good time. We had Christmas. I got me a new mug. So I got me a new mug for Christmas. So there you go. And I got like this cool little meat platter. It's like, sausages and crackers. And then it's got a cutting board and a mini little hatchet as well. A little mini hatchet.
Are you sure it's a cutting board and not a cheese board?
No, it's got one of those, whatchamacallit?
Runners?
I'm having a brain fart. It's just got like the sausages and shit like that. Oh. It's got the sausages, it's got the crackers, but I don't think it's got any cheese in it. I don't know. I'd have to look. So yeah, I'd have to look and see about that. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool though. But it also got like the Sasquatch, like beef jerky kit thing too. That's got like popcorn, and it came with like a beer mug and stuff like that. So probably breaking that out on the Sunday night stream for the Doctor Who stream. We'll probably end up breaking that out just so that way I've got snacks and a mug. It'll be great. So we can bask in the glory of Clara's first episode. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great.
I'll try to see what the magic sorry. The whole problem with not doing anything is like, this is the most I've talked all day. So sorry. I have to get those.
No, you're good. Get those wires running again.
Oi. Sorry, this.
No, wave diffused. Say hi, Diffused.
Hello.
He's stream sniping us right now. It'll show up on his thing in a second.
Are you still playing? Stop stream sniping, you bitch. What?
Sorry, I got his stream up and he's got our stream on his stream. It's Streamception.
Oh no! Who's cheating with who?
I know, right? Who's the chick? Zeka? That's a Sunker Maiden. She's my co-host
hello.
for this show and our Sunday night stream too. So hi, Zek.
I might have shown up in one of your circles, but I'm highly forgettable, so no worries.
She's not forgettable at all. So she's with them. This is hilarious. Because I can barely hear Fused. I can barely hear Fused in my ear right now. I'm just got him on a real low volume, so it's just hilarious. That's right. She is cool, Fused. That's right. Sunker is real cool.
I try.
Yeah, I just started. We're getting ready to do a Creature Commandos review. It's going to be great. Oh, this is so hilarious.
Can I say?
Go ahead.
Well,
Yeah,
you
go ahead, say whatever you want.
already have the yellow, so like he's an asshole cunt for going over and making me watch this shite.
It's true. It's true. I torture her. It's
Boy.
great. It's freaking great. Oh my God. All right. Well, before we're going to go ahead and say hi to all you fabulous folks out there in the chat. And then we're going to jump into our dear sweet Creature Commandos. And always as a friendly reminder, yes, we do start these streams on YouTube, but we do cut off of YouTube because we know that Warner Brothers is like the absolute worst about copyright claims and all that kind of stuff. We couldn't even get through pausing freaking Justice League Unlimited to review that. So that's why we do Rumble for these streams, just like we do our Doctor Who stream, all that stuff. Well, and since the way Warner Brothers is, all we can give you is a quick little intro, and then we're going to have to cut off YouTube and be all straight Rumble. So my mods will be dropping, if anybody's over there on the YouTube side, my mods will be dropping links to join us over on Rumble, because Rumble believes in free speech. They understand what actual kind of things are. They understand what actual fair use and all of those kind of things are, and all of that kind of fun stuff. So that's why we have to do things over there on Rumble. So make sure you go join us over there on Rumble. We're going to say hi to all of you fabulous folks at the chat. Yes.
Hi, Bubbles.
No, not right now. Oh, there we go. Mom had to go pick up laundry, so that's where we're at right now. So, all right, what the fuck? All right, let's go ahead and say hi to all you fabulous folks out there in the chat. We've got John Washburn out there. Says, good day, all. Says, good day, John. Glad to meet you in, buddy. Over there on the YouTube side. Good to see you, my friend. And then this eccentric, what's going on, buddy, as well? Glad you made it in as well. This eccentric saying hi to Kyo Saber. See, now sometimes we might have missed Kyo Saber. Yeah, see, sometimes there's a couple of them that come in early and they don't always show up. And there we go. And like Kyo Saber's, oh, there's Kyo Saber's. There it is. They're just out of order for some reason. I don't know why. That was weird. Kyo Saber, what's up, buddy? Glad you made it in as well. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then this eccentric, we got him too as well. There we go. I don't know, the background chat's being kind of weird today. But John Washburn, public bus. That's right. Yeah, public bus. Avoid the public bus. Avoid the public bus. It's very, very scary. It is very, very, very scary.
I can only imagine what it's like for cities. I only know a suburb public bus, and those kind of suck a little bit, where it's just like, man, I really hope there's no one who feels super chatty today. Apparently, like, yeah. It's really effing weird in public bus city time.
Oh, I could only imagine. Yeah, like that's one of those things where like public bus, like I've never really had to bother with public transportation except like a couple of times, like when I was in Vegas as a kid or something like that. But yeah, I've heard some of the horror stories. It just it also just always depends on where you're at too, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's kind of one of them situations. There's depends on how safe your city is, depends on how safe your public transport is. Obviously, I wouldn't want to ride the bus in Los Angeles or San Francisco. You know what I mean?
My sister has some stories when she lived in those areas where she's just like, yeah, there's one day a guy showed up and he had a cape and he was like, I'm Superman. And we're just like, oh God, please just be a normal weirdo and not a psychotic. And he just ran around until her stop came by and she got right the F off.
Yeah, I don't blame her one bit. And yeah, this eccentric, the first 3 episodes were like sand. Yes. That's 100%. 100%. And like, there's Fused. He was stream sniping us while we were talking to him. What's going on, Fused? Good to see you, buddy. Dancing pugs. What's up, NC Native? What's going on, buddy? Glad you made it in as well. Good to see you guys. Good to see you as well. Life's a journey, but for Nerd and Sunker, it's a mid-journey. I don't know about mid-journey, but mid-70s journey is legit. Hey, there you go. That's right. I love it.
Fused.
Oh.
Fused. Holy shit.
What did it? Woohoo! Fused ready to stream. Yay. Thank you, Fused. Appreciate that, boys and girls. Thank you for the Fused raid. Woohoo! Appreciate that, buddy. As you come in, boys and girls, smash that like button. And I think we're only like, what are we at? Yeah, we're like less than 30 followers away from 1,100 over there on Rumble as well. So if you haven't already, make sure you smash that follow button as you guys are coming in. Thank you very much. I'm going to get to all of you fabulous folks that are coming in right now. Thank you very much. There's Rankin Knight. What's up, brother? Good to see you, my friends. It's Rankin. What's up, bitches? That's right. Yeah, John Washburn says NYC buses are hit or miss. There you go. And there we go. There's our raid from Fused. What's going on, guys? Fused raid. Hell yeah. There's Dom. What's going on, Dom H24? What's going on, buddy?
Hello.
Glad you made it in. Fuse Agent says, got to make a trip to Texas sometimes, brother. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, Fuse. You want to go to the beach, buddy? I got you covered, man. I got miles and miles of beach to take you to. Nice, warm, sandy beaches, beach bunnies, the whole nine, Fuse. We'll find you a nice, good Texas beach bunny girl. You'll be all right, buddy. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. That's right. Optimistic Realize is already here. Oh, there you go. So Optimistic Realize is like, I am ready for the Sunker rants.
God, I don't know. It's just like I've just had such a nice day. I don't know if I can go over and work up the rage that, but I do get really pissed off at shite writing. So who knows? They may surprise me. It'll be less likely with Blight because if we're having the Blight origin story, I really do like the character a lot because I love the actor. And he seems to be the most likable aside from Fish Girl. So it'll take a lot of effort to fuck this up.
That's true. But yeah, you never know. It's James Gunn. God only knows.
Oh,
This is him writing unrestrained and all by his lonesome. So God only knows.
He's a bit tone deaf again because he doesn't know what people actually like because he had no idea people would like Polka Dot Man and feel sympathy for Polka Dot Man. They thought he would hate him and make fun of him all the time.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. Fuse says there are beaches in Texas. I literally live on the beach. I live on the Gulf Coast. That's my favorite part. And yes, Rankin, what I'm hearing is meet up in Texas. That's what I'm hearing too. We need to have like a beach meetup. Come on, man. South Texas, all the Rumble crew. It'd be a great time. It'd be a great time. What's up, Zex? Says in the still of the night, we are raiding, buddy. Hanging around your chat. And still of the night, we are seeing you, buddy. We're coming in to see you all that night. That's great. Thank you, Zex. Good to see you, buddy. The Superman trailer is the most divided I've seen fans on anything in a long time. Okay, I will counter that by this. The only division you see is on Twitter. Go over to the video, go over to the trailer and see what the like to dislike ratio is. There is no doubt general audiences, the average public out there, love that fucking trailer. I think the only divisiveness is among hardcore nerds like us that critique the living fuck out of absolutely everything. And that's what nerds do. And that's what geeks do. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what we're supposed to do. But like for the general audiences out there, no, it's overwhelmingly positive. That movie is going to fucking crush it in the opening weekend.
It will, but it depends to see if it has any legs post that. It has all of the key marks you need to go over and do a Superman film. Even though I don't think Superman would fuck Lois in the kitchen, that's absolutely what he's going to do.
Well, I mean, the Man of Steel one, he fucked her in the bathtub. So, it's like,
It was hygienic?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully the super suit breathes better than the bat suit does. That's all I'm hoping for Lois's sake, at least. Maybe that's why Selena Kyle doesn't stick around all that often.
Or apparently just isn't smelling like a condom. So
yeah, the bat funk. Holy cow. Oh god, that would be great. Yeah, see, I have to realize it's like I love to critique stuff. See, exactly. That's what nerds do, man. That's what freaking nerds do.
It's more like my critique. It's not so much like you have to meet this thing of perfection that I have. Like again, like my favorite Batman movies is the Tim Burton movies, and that isn't a good a proper or fuller, more complete representation of Batman. I like it because of the aesthetic they go over and apply to it, and it still kind of works within the Batman universe. I critique the hell out of all this stuff now because I don't want to be tricked again. Because they've done this before. They went over and showed you all this really cool stuff before, and then they hoodwink you and make fun of the character you're supposed to be rooting for, and they degrade them. So that's why I try to look out for stuff now. It's like, okay, what are the key markers that show off a lot of warning signs?
Yep. Yeah, and it's the big red flags too. And like other fandoms get so mad at me for like pointing out these giant red flags, whether it be Warhammer or whether it be like the Green Lantern series or whether it be like this other stuff. And I'm like, I am trying to warn you because we have seen this all happen before. I don't want this to happen to your fandom. I am trying to get you to listen to me. Not every company needs to pee on the woke electric fence and find out for themselves, okay? Like, learn from the mistakes of these other companies and don't go this direction. It does not work. And it's like, we get all kinds of hate and all this other nonsense, and I'm like, fine, whatever. Don't listen to me. It's just like history throughout the entire, since the beginning of fucking time with mankind. The prophets never get fucking listened to, man. It's the guys that are like, look, all we did was like look at history, and it's like it's going to repeat itself. But you don't want to listen? Fine. Piss on the electric fence. You should have told
me to go to war, ass. Get prison.
Exactly. And you know what? And then you're going to come crying to me going, oh, you were right. I fucking tried telling you before it happened. And I have no problem going, I fucking told you so. What's up, Nick? 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser. What's going on, brother? Man, this show has been bad. Says hi, dude and lady.
Creature Commandos? Yes.
We completely agree with you.
It's weird. It's so weird that everyone was saying episode 4 would be the worst one. But actually, in truth, we hated that one the least so far because it was the least offensive. Again, I think, like, the more and more I think about it, I think the story might have been better if he didn't fuck the princess instead of just, like, kind of reminded him like a pseudo daughter or something. And sort of like, because he lost his son, he is now having these weird, like, protective feelings versus I fucked her in the bathroom, so fuck the country.
Right. And so now, yeah, and like he's going like ham on everybody else. He's like, oh my God, I stuck my dick in her, and like I thought I could trust her, and now I'm not sure if I can trust her, and everybody else is telling me she's a fucking crazy psycho bitch, and yada yada yada, and it's like, oh shit, so we don't know what the fuck to do. So yeah, 4, yeah, see, exactly, 4 was the least worst because of Weasel, right? We loved Weasel, like Weasel was great, yeah.
And we made fun of Weasel all the fucking time because he seems like the ADHD character to keep all the ADHD audience members entertained.
Right. Yeah, and absolutely, yeah. Nick, do you want to join? Do you have time? Do you want to join and review this with us? Obviously, you've been watching it too. Frankenstein has been insufferable. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
No, 100%.
Okay. Before you go off on that, I got to get to something real quick, and we'll bring that topic right back up. James Cash over on the Streamlabs side has tipped $20. Thank you, my friend. Says, we'll hang around until I pass out to see the garbage. Hey, James, almost as bad as me makes. Thank you, James, for $20 over on the Streamlabs side. That will get you a dab, brother. I appreciate that. As always, we are playing the Get the Common Nerdstone game. $20 dabs, $5 any donation. It was a card hit, and $50 I'll eat a 300 milligram gummy. So by all means, but appreciate that, James. Thank you very much. And I appreciate you hanging out until you pass out. So thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate that. All right, Sunker, go off with your bad stuff.
Okay, I 100% think that James Gunn is gay, is bi, if not gay. From the fucking choices he's made so far. The first choice where he got on my radar was when he just like used coin-operated boy as a sound piece when they had the robot guy going over and fighting.
Yes.
So I was just like, how would you know that song right off the back of your head? Just like, no, it's going to be coin-operated boy. And now I'm doubling down on it because he's went over it, that conversation between Frankenstein and Flag. Just like, it's like all these romantic movies. Like, you better have had a girl drag you off to those movies, motherfucker. My radar is starting to get triggered.
Oh my God. That is, yeah, it's something else. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's something fucking else.
Who remembers when Billy met Sally? What the fuck was that movie?
Dude, it's so fucking crazy. It's just so absolutely fucking insane. So yeah, so we've got this to go up to tonight, boys and girls. It's going to be fun as always. We'll get right here. 32 Flavors and Nick Weiser is going to come in and join us. He's only got about 30 minutes, so we'll let him hang out for a little while. We'll get through the beginning parts of the beginning of the episode, and he can give us his thoughts and all that kind of fun stuff.
He gets a couple whips first before he gets
right. He just gets a little bit of a beating before all of this starts and all of that kind of fun stuff. So yeah, it'll be a good time. So as always, boys and girls, thank you very much. Optimus realized this is a porn, huh? Yeah, there were some parts of it, yes, that have been very graphic. This is not a kid's cartoon by any means, and it's probably a good thing we watched this exclusively over on Rumble. It's almost as bad as some of the oopsies I made in Cyberpunk 2077 while live on YouTube the other night. Thank God it's a video game and there's special rules. Dude, I didn't know. I thought I had to back out have.
nudity. That was a feature when they were advertising it. You bitch.
Yeah, well, I didn't think about it at the time, and I wasn't even thinking about the fact that I accidentally hit the wrong button and accidentally fucked the hooker instead of I thought you had that like
You accidentally fucked I'm sorry. I tripped. I fell. Things went places.
Every other RPG in my life that I have played, which the majority of that like is Zelda, okay, you have to back out of the conversation with the merchant. You can't just walk away. Okay, I didn't know I could just walk away from the hooker. I thought I was like stuck and I had no choice
to
fucking
officer,
hit that button.
I thought I had to fuck her. I'm sorry. I didn't know I had a choice.
I don't think anybody in Night City is getting picked up for prostitution. Okay, let's be honest. All right.
Not unless they don't have, not unless someone wants to blackmail them.
Yeah, it's something like that. But holy shit, Madhouse Retros just rated the stream. Thank you, my friend. Lunchbox 22. Good to see you, Lunchbox. Glad you made it in. You made it in. Yeah, Sunker Maiden Comment Nerd gave us a good peep show playing a game last night. Yeah, Monday night. Dude, I had no idea, dude. I thought and then there was another chick that I went over and met her at her hotel, and I kind of knew where that one was going, and so I had to turn the screen off fast enough. I don't think you, because it's a video game. I think there's specific rules. Chick? No. This was just a chick I met at a hotel. I worked a job with her, and then I met her at a hotel. But yeah, it was pretty wild. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty fucking crazy. So yeah, hello bitches. I got 4 dubs in Call of Duty, so I took 4 dabs. There you go, Madhouse. Well, I got to do a dab here in just a second. So we'll go ahead and bring up the screen. Nick, our dear sweet Nicholas should be here shortly. He's probably getting all his stuff squared away. Hopefully he's not having any problems. So we'll go ahead and switch over to this here real quick. Sadix, what's up, buddy? What's up, my dear?
He listened to me a little bit too much. It's like, oh no.
Right, exactly. What's happening, nerd? The fuck did I come into? Sadix, the best fun you'll have on the internet. The best fun you'll have on the internet, Sadix.
We're looking good in red, by the way. Looking good in red.
Because we've officially got gifted memberships over on Rumble now, which is really cool. Yeah, freaking Jimbone gave us our first one, so our Rumble bot now has a membership. Hey, there's Nick. What's going on, buddy? What's up, man?
What's up?
Oh, dude, Creature Commandos. So, what have you thought about the season so far? Give us a brief recap, and then we'll jump right into the episode.
I have hated watching the show with a true passion. Outside of the second to last episode with the Weasel subplot, but if you take out that subplot, the rest of it has been bad, and I hate that it's not something I've not enjoyed. I don't feel good about it. I don't take pride in this. This has just been something I have truly vehemently just am not feeling good about when I watch it. I like the animation style, the Weasel the subplot arc, but they took the concept of GI robot and they over exaggerated his concept, made him a more annoying version of what he is in the books.
Right.
Frankenstein is insufferable. Oh, dude. And yes, his love and affection for the bride's always been there. Obviously a thing. But he's not this loser that we hear. He's always like a stoic, brawn wall of, Frankenstein. And instead we got this guy who's overly like a chatty Cathy about the bride. And it feels so out of place and out of character. And having David Harbour, I don't know if he was miscast or what they were giving him for material. It's hard to tell where this went wrong because he has been, I guess you could say, good in other things. Yeah. But clearly there's something that went wrong with this particular pun. I don't know if it's him or the material he's given or somewhere in the between. Sometimes it could be both.
I would say that often, sometimes actors get shafted by their director. They're told by their director to act a certain way or do something a certain way. And
of course,
you have to do it because that's what the director said, but that actually fucks up the performance.
Mm-hmm. That's true. No, and you're absolutely right. That does happen. You do have to work with the material unless you have like the occasional director say, hey, just do what you feel is right too. And then we'll probably never truly know unless someone says something it sounds like they're telling the truth, because we're in a day and age now where it's never anyone's fault. It's everyone's fault by mine. No one can just say, you know what, hey, I screwed up, guys. I'm sorry. Blame it on me. If we do that, we could all just say, okay, we're going to last show you for 5 minutes and we'll move on and carry on about our lives. But nowadays, it's a blame game where no one's at fault for anything anymore.
Well, no one wants to go over and throw the other person on the bus because everyone has dirt on everyone else.
Yeah, that's a whole other conversation there.
I find that very interesting that one of the main comments we had with Frankenstein was that he does suck, he's terrible, and he's a simp. But also, when Nerd was describing the old actual book version of Frankenstein, it sounds like he was very, very intelligent and very smart and methodical.
Yes.
And instantly, when I went over and thought about that, I went over and thought about more of that is just like if Frankenstein saw the doctor fucking his girl, he would have absolutely instead captured his wife, brought her to the lab. Probably at the same time they were effing, and like, okay, choose. Like that would have been a really cool and interesting moment instead of like finding Doc and Frankenstein like fucking disemboweled on a table.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's just all of that. Everything with Frankenstein has been piss poor executed. Have been absolutely piss poor executed.
That fight that turned into an endless like sorrow session between him and Rick Flag. I know it's a previous episode.
Yeah.
Oh boy, and then him going on and on about the bride to the old lady. Oh, dude. Like I feel like this show's like an endurance test. I feel like it's an endurance test of. It's a good thing these episodes are only 20-something minutes long.
We make it slightly longer, but
yeah, we make them a little bit longer, but yeah.
One thing I actually went over and showed Nerd was after watching that fight scene between Flag and Frankenstein, I'm like, oh, this actually reminds me of a much better fight scene. It's from the one Punisher movie where it's the Punisher versus the Russian. And
the 2004 movie with Thomas Jane, yes.
Yes, and I remember the people describing it as like, it's like a horrific clown show, but it's like, that's kind of what I think, like James Gunn, I'm 100% of the belief James Gunn just copies from what he's seen before because it worked before. So that's why a lot of his stuff kind of works, but it doesn't feel quite right. It feels like a weird pantomime without understanding the true purpose of what he's copying from. So that scene reminded me of that fight scene already before when they had the chick, princess chick, hook up with
Flag
Daddy Flag when they had their sex scene. They're like, oh, that's like, that actually reminds us a lot of the Indiana Jones scene with Marion, only far less charming. And so like, oh, yeah, it's a lot like that. So I 100% think, sorry, the alcohol just hit.
I just started.
Oh, hey. Cheers.
Cheers. I saw that.
I know. I was just like, hopefully no one saw that shit. Hopefully no one saw that. No, I think 100% he's just copying shit. And he's just throwing that in there.
I mean, I'm not going to go that far to say that, but is it clear that he definitely takes a lot of open influence from things? Yes. I don't think that it's necessarily wrong, but if you go too far of it being similar, I mean, are you plagiarizing? I do feel like he makes it different enough enough of it to paint a brush of his own taste, if you will. He does paint enough of his own brush with it, so you could tell a difference between the two. He definitely also has his tropes, which I feel like are his strength and his weakness. I feel like when I like him, I really like him. I actually, I'm one of the people I really enjoyed his the Suicide Squad movie from 2021. I thought that was great. I actually thought it was way better than Guardians 2 and 3. I thought it was way better. I enjoyed Guardians 1. I enjoyed the Guardians Christmas special, but I thought the Suicide Squad was a good idea of what could be. But then I see this show, and it's Guardians, Suicide Squad. Now with this one, it's the same show and not different enough where it feels like it has its own thing. Because you can even watch like a bunch of 80s action movies and they all have their tropes. They have their, their things, but you can still tell them apart. It's all the big movie soundtrack, team of misfits, lots of jokes, lots of them, and the humor on this show has been awful. And there's times where I love his humor. This time I don't.
I would say, given that circumstance, like it's like 80s action movie, it feels like by that thing, it's kind of like Expendables, where Expendables kind of has a lack of identity as well. It just feels like they wanted to be the 80s, but then just couldn't really capture that feeling.
You know, I'm happy you mentioned the Expendables. I rewatched it for the first time a year ago, for the first time in like a decade. I actually feel like it's better than I remember.
Oh.
I'm not BSing. I watched it, and I'm like, because I remember I saw it in theaters in 2010, thinking this is okay, but it didn't really have anything about it to me to like write home about. But then I rewatched it a year ago, and I'm like, oh wow, this is actually I'm like, why do I like this movie a lot more now? And then I have my buddy Tom Connors, who has a channel called Midnight's Edge, and Tom watches. He's like, holy crap, it is way better. I was like, whoa, what happened here? So I don't know if it's just one of those movies that age benefited from, but I could see at the time I did kind of feel that way. I did feel how you felt about it now is how I felt in 2010.
To be the kind of a possible bitter pill for that feeling.
I mean, it could be for some. I don't feel like I'm
No,
personally...
do you want me to go over and point something out that might not be fun to...
No, point it out. It's fine.
Lowered expectations.
I don't do that card. I know some do. I don't personally. I don't like to sell for that, because to me, if you lower your expectations, you've set a standard for them to create a new bottom of the barrel. And I'm not gonna settle for that. So I keep my expectations by within reason per movie. There's no thing I have sky high expectations, but there's no thing I have bottom of the barrel expectations. I want to like as much things as possible, because I'm not even just giving up my money for things. I'm also giving up my time. I enjoy my time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like wasting my time, because if I'm hating 20 minutes of watching the show, that's 20 minutes I could have done something else, maybe watching something else that I like, or reading something else that I like. So I still need to have an expectation of quality, even when it comes to Creature Commandos, even though it's been absolutely trash. I still want to enjoy it. Is it going to now make me allow? No, I don't know what the odds are that I somehow end up liking the last 2 episodes. I'll be shocked.
Oh, you liked episode 3.
The one with
Robot.
GI
Oh,
Robot?
no, you're still counting. I haven't counted episode 5 yet. We haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't watched? Oh, you haven't
No,
watched
that's what we're about to watch. Is this one right here? That's because that's why we do this on. That's why we do this on Rumble, because we can get away with actually watching them and reviewing them. So
okay.
yeah,
I've
you can
watched
watch it
this.
over here.
It's not the worst.
It wasn't the worst brisket I've had.
It's not. It's one of those. It has a case of. It's better than some and absolutely worse than others as far as the show standards go.
I'm going to guess that the origin story, because what we're seeing the pattern now is we're just going to get an origin story amongst the main plot, because he couldn't actually make a 6 episode series, so he's padding everything out with origin stories. Given that the origin stories left are Frankenstein, the fish lady, and Blight. We don't actually know his actual name. We're always reminded it's Blight. Those are like the fish lady and Blight are the most likable characters.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So it's going to be very interesting to go over and see that.
Yeah, it's going to be fast.
It's not the worst. Okay.
All right, so
you do the thing.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. So all of you, if there's anybody left over there on YouTube, which it doesn't look like it is, please switch over to Rumble, because we're going to shut